The Trump administration's latest move is a heartless display of control and power, ripping away a lifeline from over 530,000 immigrants who fled danger and violence, leaving families torn apart, dreams shattered, and pain spreading through communities. This is not justice, it's injustice, and we cannot stay silent. History will remember who stood by the suffering and who turned their back on them. We must speak out against this cruelty and stand for humanity. The Supreme Court has now sided with the Trump administration once again, and this time they are cutting deep into the lives of over 530,000 immigrants from Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, and Venezuela by revoking their humanitarian parole. And for those who might not understand what that means, let me lay it out in plain human terms. These are people who were granted a legal lifeline to come into this country, not as criminals, not as invaders, but as human beings, fleeing danger, fleeing political collapse, fleeing poverty and violence, hoping for a chance to survive and rebuild. And now that chance is being ripped away, like it never mattered in the first place. This move is not about law and order. This is about control. This is about power. This is about keeping people scared and divided. It's about pushing an agenda that doesn't care about people's lives, their children, their futures, or what they had to endure just to get here. And don't let them fool you with the usual slogans about protecting borders or national security, because those are just masks they wear to distract you from the cruelty of the decision they just made. Revoking humanitarian parole means families will be torn apart, people will be detained and deported, dreams will be shattered, and pain will spread through communities that have already endured more than enough, and all while the rich and powerful in Washington pat themselves on the back for playing tough with the vulnerable. This isn't justice, this is injustice parading around in a fancy robe and tie. This is not what America should stand for, and if we don't speak out now, if we don't call this out for what it is, then we are choosing silence over humanity, and that silence will echo across generations, and those who cheer for this decision, thinking it makes them patriotic or strong, need to remember that history never forgets who stood by the suffering and who turned their back on them. To the Trump supporters reading this, I do not come back to debate my truth against ideologists, so save it. AI used to create video, but this was written by Santiago D.C. Maria, love always Maria D.C. Santiago. Cantina,